When we told you we would be here 365 days a year, 7 days a week, in your feed before 11 a.m., we meant it. Welcome to the only daily sports betting podcast powered by SportsLine, and we bring you the best bets, the best cappers, and the biggest sports in the world. This is kind of a two-parter because on Thursday, on Christmas Eve, we gave you the bowl game for today. We gave you the NFL game for today. So today, it's all about the National Basketball Association. That means we're going to bring in only two guys. Only two guys have the credentials to be on this show today. Let's bring them in right now. And you know them. Look at the look, the suit, the velvet, the sunglasses. Oh, my goodness. Tim Doyle, Merry Christmas to you, sir.
My present is going to be winners galore for everybody, okay?
I would take it. Believe me, on this show right now, we need them. And the man in the upper right-hand corner, he is the maestro. He's our rock. He is our post. Larry Hartstein. Larry, Merry Christmas to you.
Likewise, and I just couldn't compete with Tim, so I just went traditional SportsLine.
Hey, it's straight branding from you, Larry. You're always on point when it comes to on brand. I don't even know what Timmy's brand is, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Game number one, and there are five today. But the first game, 12 Eastern on ESPN, the Miami Heat. Maybe slow out of the blocks. Who knows? Coming off that run to the finals. They're giving 4.5. The total, according to our good friends at William Hill, 225. The Pelicans coming off a big win in their opening contest, trying to go 2-0. Tim, let's start with you.
You know, I'm really high on the Heat. You talked about their slow start, but now they got the bullseye. Let's not forget they went to the NBA Finals last year, and frankly, I think they're overvalued in this spot, being such a heavy favorite over a Pelican team that kind of dominated the Raptors. You know, in that game against Toronto, they were only 10 of 20 from the free throw line. Oh, by the way, they threw the ball away 27 times. And they won for fun. I think Brandon Ingram's a perennial all-star. You couple him with Zion Williamson now that he's playing full minutes. I think this is a game that goes down to the wire. I think the points are the difference. I'll take the dog in the Pelicans.
I agree with you 100%, Tim, and Steven Adams has made a big difference with the toughness and the screens. He had a great first game, and I just think Stan Van Gundy, they ran a really hard camp. These guys are ready, and the Heat, like Coach said, I mean, 2 months. It's only been 2 months since their postseason run ended.
I should point out, guys, 5 guys for the Pelicans in double figures in their first game, including J.J. Redick, who seems to play well no matter what team he plays on. So both of you guys are on the Pelicans plus the 4.5. All right, game number 2 on our board and on the board across America. Warriors and Bucks. Both of these teams lost their first matchup, including Giannis, your reigning MVP, missing a free throw with 0.4 seconds to go to send it to overtime in Boston. Right now, the Bucks are giving 10. The total at 232. Tim, give it to me.
I don't love this game. I'll start with that, okay, because I don't love to lay double-digit points in NBA games because we all know how that could happen. But I don't think you could bet the Warriors here just because we're starting to realize, well, Steph Curry doesn't have Durant and Klay Thompson. He's a good player. Is he one of the 10 greatest of all time? I don't think so. As for Giannis, talked about missing the free throw. He had like a rough 27 seconds. They told him to stand in the corner as Chris Middleton missed the jump shot. Then Tatum made a bank 3 over him. And then, like you said, he missed the free throws. I think the Bucks could actually win this game by 50. So they have that potential. I'll lay the points, Larry, here, but I'm not ultra confident.
I'm going to go under here. I think it could be a blowout, which tends to be lower scoring. The Warriors shot 37%, and I don't think it's going to get much better against an angry Bucks team coming home. And so I like under, and I also like under in the opener, which I forgot to mention, under with the Pelicans Heat.
Okay, under in both those games for Larry. Now, the NBA scheduling gods, gurus, they put it together like this. The Nets, who beat the Warriors the first night, are playing the Celtics, who beat the Bucks the first night. So how about that? The Nets are giving 3 on the road in Boston. The total at 228. This is a 5 Eastern tip on ABC. Timmy, what do you like?
I got the hammer out for this game, okay? You need to hammer Boston here, not only with the points. Thank you. I'll take those. You bet them on the money line as well. I think Brooklyn's overvalued. If you were looking through social media, Nets are going to win the title. It was like, dude, these ain't the Warriors from a couple of years ago. It's Steph Curry and Kelly Oubre now are their star players. Like, pump the brakes on the Nets. I think they're going to have some ups and downs. As for Boston, here's what I really like about Jason Tatum. After the game, he goes, I played awful. You had 30 points. I know you were 12 of 28 from the field, but you also made the game-winning shot over the reigning MVP. That's an awful game. I would have been like this. I'm the greatest player to ever exist in the history of basketball, but that just shows you where Tatum's mentality is at. And that's why I am sitting in my grandmother's basement. So that's why he's one of the best in the NBA. And I'm talking about this game. I think you take the Celtics here both ways, points and money line, make you a winner.
Timmy and Coach, I like 3 props in this game. I'm going to stay away from the side of the total. Kyrie over 23.5 points. It's his first game back. We know how it ended in Boston. He might take 30 shots to get there, but I think he'll get there. Karis LeVert over 14.5 points. When Durant and Irving sit, the offense is all him. Every play, run for him. And on the other side, Tatum, he's become a much better distributor and passer. There's no Kemba Walker. I like him over 3.5 assists.
Yeah, LeVert, by the way, he kind of had a coming out party down there in the bubble in Orlando in the playoffs, too. So he showed he can really, really score. All right, guys, we're on to the 4th game on the board, and this one I love. Both of these two teams lost their openers. We got the defending champs, the Lakers, at home, giving 6 to Luka, and the Mavericks, the total at 227.5. This is an 8 Eastern tip on ABC. Timmy, on Thursday or Wednesday, one of the days this week, you called Luka the MVP this year. But what do you like in this game?
Yeah, I watched the game really closely between the Suns and the Mavericks, and with no Porzingis for Dallas, I have a hard time taking them in this game. And on the flip side, where's the Lakers' motivation? Where's the spirit? How are you going to lay points with them? We all know LeBron, he was kind of going through the motions. He knows that this is a marathon, not a sprint, even though this is a Christmas Day game. I expect this game to go up and down. So if they make a bunch of shots, it's going to go over. But this is a not that confident of a pick. But since I have to choose, I'm going to go over here. If you can get Luka Doncic, he is going to win the MVP this year, Larry.
He very well might. I actually like the under. Doncic and LeBron both got banged up a bit in the opener. LeBron has played on Christmas 14 times. 12 of those have gone under. Neither team looked great offensively. I'm going under.
Okay, very good. And finally, quickly, our last game, the 5th game of the night. And this, again, the NBA gurus that made the schedule. This is the team in the Nuggets hosting the team they knocked out of the playoff in the Clippers. Clippers look pretty good in their first win over the Lakers, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But we've heard that song and dance before. They're really good in the regular season. Timmy, do you like them in the regular season matchup for this night?
I picked the Clippers last year to win the NBA championship. Obviously, they came up short because they had no answer for Nikola Jokic. Or are they going to have an answer now? I know they picked up Serge Ibaka, and that's a really nice pickup. But the Nuggets, how disappointing were they? They lose to the Kings on opening night. And Jamal Murray, there's a search party for you. You only made 1 field goal in the first night. Which Jamal Murray is going to show up? The guy that gets 50 or the guy that makes 1 field goal? Michael Porter Jr., I talked about him being an X factor. He was really good on opening night. If Jokic, Murray, and Porter Jr. bring it together, I think the Nuggets could win the West. I'll take them in this spot.
I got to go the other way. I really like what the Clippers did in the offseason with Ibaka and Batum and Kennard. I think it's a different team. It's an ultimate revenge spot. Jamal Murray didn't look good in the preseason, did not show up on opening night. I'm sure he's going to shoot a lot more than 9 times, but I don't think the efficiency will be there, and I'll lay a small number with the Clips.
I know there's probably some people at home going, wait a second, your two guys are disagreeing. That's the whole point of the show. Take the information and you play what you want, but listen to what our cappers see and what they play. It's not always going to be on the same number or on the same team. Let's recap quickly the 5 games on the board from the 2 best cappers at SportsLine. At least today, they're the 2 best. Timmy, you like the Pelicans plus the 4.5. Larry, you're also on the Pelicans, and you like the under in that game, which came in at 225. Game number 2, Timmy, you like the Bucks, given the double digits, but not too much. And then Larry, you like the under in the same game at 232. Game number 3, Timmy, you say hammer the Celtics at plus 3. Also sprinkle a little bit on the money line. And then Larry, you know we love prop bets here at the early edge. You gave us 3. Kyrie over 23.5 in his return to Boston. Tatum over 3.5 assists. And LeVert, who is a scoring machine when he's out on the court by himself, over 14.5 points in this one. Okay, game number 4. You're both on the total, just opposite sides of the total. Tim, you like the over at 227.5. Larry, you like the under 227.5. And then game number 5, your opposite sides again. Nuggets plus 2.5 for Timmy for his reasons, and Larry minus the 2.5 for his reasons. For Tim Doyle, the man in the velvet jacket. For the maestro, Larry Hartstein. And for Jacob, the jeweler, our producer, puts all this diamonds together. I am the coach. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good betting night. Take care. See you Saturday.